Bill Demetria, authorities told me that the suspect killed himself. But check this out, he lived at the apartment complex. One local resident says that he heard gunshots from outside his window.
I looked up towards college to see what's going on, figuring it's an accident. You see all the cops everywhere. I knew it was something more than that.
At 11 o'clock Wednesday morning, authorities responded to Heritage Court Apartments after receiving a report of a shooting.
Anytime we're going to respond to a shooting, especially an active shooter, we're going to basically try to keep everyone safe. So we're going to take care of the threat as quickly as we can.
Officials say 77-year-old Larry Rosenberg, who is a resident of the apartment, shot 3 people before fleeing the scene.
People that live in here, they come to my store, come by the grocery store. They're nice people in there. I don't know why anybody would want to do something like that. You know, I just hope it's nobody I know.
Police say they are uncertain how Rosenberg made his way from Chestnut and Hot Springs. But thanks to witnesses' description of the man, they were able to track him down.
The officers driving by found him based on that description.
When officers approached Rosenberg, they say he shot himself with a handgun.
And a rifle was found on scene, but it's still being investigated whether that was actually used on scene.
When police arrived at the crime scene, they found 1 man dead and 2 others injured.
It's going on all over the country. People keep, shooting each other, and then we have this right in our hometown. It's getting ridiculous.
At last check, there was no word on the 2 men who were sent to the hospital. But We31 will continue to keep you updated on air and online. Reporting live in Huntsville, Anna Lewis, We31 Hometown News. Deborah Jenkins' mission is to go above and beyond for children and adults with special needs.
Deborah Jenkins and her husband run a theater and nonprofit organization founded in 2007. Mary Mac Hall offers visual and performing arts education and a day program to adults and children with special needs.
We started out in 2008 with just 1 little dance class a week that served 10 children.
Now, the nonprofit has an after-school program with 25 different classes.
It started with my husband and I. We were in the position of having some resources that we wanted to share with the community.
One look at the pictures displayed on the walls and you can't help but notice the huge smile spread across these children's faces. So, where does this passion come from?
Honestly, I didn't know I had a passion for people with special needs until I met them. The idea to have a class for children with special needs was just an idea that I thought, would be a way that we could at Mary Mac Hall have a compelling outreach.
Jenkins says this is what she was always meant to do, and she learns more from special needs children and adults than they could ever teach her. Reporting live in Huntsville, Anna Lewis, We31 Hometown News. When driving up and down Montesano, you may see people riding their bicycles. Doesn't sound like too big of a problem, right? But for some people who are riding their bicycles at nighttime, they aren't using their lights, causing drivers not to be able to see them. It was just another day for sports fanatic Damian Leroy, who was paragliding over South Florida beaches when the unthinkable happened.
Damian says it was a perfect day to go and do the sport that he loves. Within minutes of being in the air, a catastrophe happens, and a person nearby captures the crash. Damian starts to spin out of control. His lines are tangled and he can't loosen them. His only choice is to jump more than 150 feet. A sputtering engine failure on the Power Paraglider, which is basically a kite attached to a propeller engine, is what caused the crash. He suffered a broken femur, pelvis, back, 3 broken ribs, and a punctured lung. He says it's a miracle he is alive today.
Prayers and love from all around the world was just like another level. I think that's what saved me for sure.
Despite falling 150 feet and suffering from a painful recovery, he still believes in living out your dreams. Reporting live in Huntsville, Anna Lewis, We31 Hometown News.